Pisces, hello, welcome back. Today we're doing a reading for February 28th until March 6th, 2021. We will take a look into your recent past, your present energies, and what's coming up for all of you. This will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs in Pisces, should you cross-watch. And as always, this is a general reading and it might not resonate for everyone. I do invite you to take the things that are for you and leave everything else behind to get into your higher vibes. Happy Pisces season. Here we are. Let all of the emotions run free. Enjoy the sweet, sweet crying yourself to sleepness of it all. And, you know, the emotional sensitivity that comes in Pisces season. All right. If you haven't done so already, please do hit the subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me. And if this reading resonates for you, please do leave me a thumbs up and any comments or questions you have down below. I do love to connect with all of you. Whoa. All kinds of major arcana coming up here, Pisces. Overall energy for this reading is the Ace of Swords, a piece of information coming in here that's going to shake some things up, or maybe a realization about something here that's going to shake things up a little bit as well. In the recent past, we have the Ten of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Moon, which is, your card in the deck. So Pisces, for me, this seems like you've just done some starting over in some way, shape, or form. You've left behind a situation or a circumstance you were in for a long time that I think really just was draining you and depleting you of your energy and making you feel like there was just no more going forward in that position. So we need to move on from it. And since doing that, since, finding that energy to be able to walk away from it, you're in a position where you feel more jubilant, more excitable, more able to just enjoy life as it's happening to you. And I think that that's really nice. It's like you've put yourself into a new way of thinking, a new energy for how your life is operating, and are feeling really great about that. So excellent news. Great for you. Getting into the present energy here for you, we have the Devil, the Emperor, and the Magician. Woof, holy moly. I mean, Pisces, you're definitely doing some work here to try and create some changes, I would say, as it relates to who holds the power in your life and who you perceive to hold the power in your life, because obviously, Pisces, you hold the power in your life. Nobody can take that from you. No one can force your hand unless you sort of allow it to happen. But I get that there is a perception for you that somebody else kind of holds the keys to your happiness. Somebody else is kind of in control of what your future might look like. And you're working very hard to pull the power back here for yourself. Now, with the Devil coming up and the Emperor, I would be mindful of that thought process around who has the power in my life. And if the answer you're drawing is not, I have the power in my life, then why is that? And what about your relationship to that person is causing this balance, or this imbalance, really? Someone is either operating in a way that's very manipulative and making you feel as if, everything in your life relies on them, or you just, some people don't like making decisions for themselves and find it easier if somebody, takes control for them. And I do understand that, but are you being played a little bit? Are you being manipulated to make somebody else's life easier or better at the risk of, your own happiness? So this to me feels like an energy that may or may not have been tethered to the situation that you just got yourself out of. So if we're in a question of like, who holds the power here, know that you do hold the power, or you can if you don't think that you do of yet. And I see you trying to work on that. I see you trying to really like bring that forward for yourself. And universe is trying to step in. I'm hoping that this Ace of Swords, this realization coming forward for you, is going to have to do with your own ability to take control of your life and hold the power in it. I don't want to say power anymore, that word. It's like losing meaning to me, but getting into the future energies, we have the Lovers, the Three of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. So on the off chance that this is a partnership, that you feel your partner is holding the power in how your life is, like, let's talk about that. Because you know, you may be dealing with an Aries in your relationship, or in a budding relationship here of some kind. And I get a sense that if there is a manipulation happening here for you, Pisces, it is coming from a place of this person being like, well, this is what we need to do in order to be able to grow. This is what we need to do in order to be able to save for whatever. This is what we need to do for our future together. And there's like really kind of some selfish energy here. It's like the Lovers came up, so obviously, you know, partnership becomes part of it, but I see this person as being someone who sees themselves as a standalone inside of your relationship, somebody who feels they carry all the confidence in the relationship, feels that they carry all of the sort of personality in it, and you are just sort of a footnote to that. That is maybe like a bit of a harsh reality to vocalize, but there definitely is a sense of imbalance here as it relates to you feeling like you have any control over your own circumstances, and it's, you know, it feels just kind of icky. We'll do some clarifying though and see what we can learn, what we can figure out. We'll start with clarifying the Ace of Swords and the overall energy here. Nine of Voices, Seven of Inspiration, and the Hanged Muse. This to me, Pisces, is like you waiting for a sign, waiting for some indication that you can put your defenses down a little bit here, that you can relax a little bit here. It's like you're sort of like hanging out and not moving out of this place of feeling like you need to kind of protect yourself and hold others at bay because you're like dealing with all of these sort of intrusive thoughts and negative thinking patterns. And it's like you're just in it. You're not trying to action yourself out of it, but there's also this hope that like the sign will come. Something will just come and, you know, take me out of this mindset. And that, you know, sometimes people say things to us, or we learn something, or we see something, and that facilitates a shift in our thinking. But continued waiting for something external from us to come in and save us from our own mindset is not necessarily going to be really helpful for you here. It's not going to help you move forward in the way I think that you want or need, Pisces. Let's take a look. Oops. In the recent past here, at this Ten of Wands, the situation that we walked away from, the circumstance we walked away from. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 10 of Wands is the first card to come up to clarify. 10 of Emotions and the Justice card. So either you were really unhappy where you were and you walked away because you wanted to pursue happiness, find your happiness, feel like you were more in control of that. Or you were somewhere that like felt really good, but that you also felt it was only fair that you leave. And I'm not sure why you would feel like the fair thing to happen is for you to leave when you were feeling good. So I choose to believe that this was like a decision that things were not working out fairly for you in the position that you were in. It wasn't supporting your happiness. It wasn't supporting your long-term sense of being able to like have it together. And so you made a choice to walk away from that for those reasons. Because remember, we come into this Four of Wands energy, this like relief and ability to finally feel we can relax and celebrate and, you know, be with friends. I'd like to also look at the Moon card here in the recent past, your card here. Two of Materials, the Magician again, and the Knight of Materials. So we're really doing a lot of work to try and change our circumstances and manifest something new for ourselves here. I think it's been a slow going process for you though, Pisces. You're feeling like change, and you know, it was one thing to walk away and that made you feel really good initially, but it's like everything else seems to be slow falling into place for you here. Things aren't fully back into a sense of balance or equilibrium for you, despite your best efforts to just like dream it into reality, to really focus your mindset on it, to try and create some changes. I think there's probably a little bit of frustration at the pace in which this is happening. It is happening. It's just happening slowly. Okay, so sometimes patience is important when we make really big life shifts as well, which it seems you just did. Let's get into the present energy and let's look at this Devil card. Four of Emotions, the Page of Voices, and the Page of Materials. Yeah, it's almost as if when we're talking about a sense of feeling like somebody else has power over us or power over our life or our circumstances, for you in this instance, and whatever this relationship is, because it may or may not be a romantic relationship, this could be like a family member or someone else really close to you, a friendship that like holds a lot of onus in your life. They're very good at getting you to focus on what they want you to focus on. And I think that is often something that is negative or diminishing of what you know, of your intelligence or your emotional intelligence or anything like that. So they're able to keep you in a place where you're constantly distracted by your feelings and distracted by things that are not productive to moving you forward. And as a result, it's like it diminishes your voice, it diminishes your ability to continue to make progress, to have your own sense of stability, your own sense of being able to take care of yourself. And that's part of like what helps them control you, is like knowing that your mind is preoccupied with other things and with feeling less than or in a smaller position than. Like they're presenting here to me as emperor, as king, as like the person who is in charge, the person who has the most authority, and you continue to present as a page or as a knight in a position that is much below them. And that is where they want to try and keep you here. And I think that that is really kind of what is volatile in this relationship for you. Ooh, what just came out? Page of Emotions, the Moon again. This is on your Magician card, and the Ace of Emotions. I think you're starting to become wise to this here, Pisces. You're starting to trust your instincts a little bit more here. And you're really, again, we're trying to manifest a new opportunity. And I think it's like a real want to manifest a relationship either with this person, like a renewed version of this relationship, or a relationship outside of this person that feels a little bit more for you and supportive of you and your needs, your emotional needs. It feels as though your emotional needs aren't being met here, and like obviously so based on everything else. And I think that you really are like in a position right now where you want to find somebody who can support those emotional needs that you have, that can support the dreams that you have for yourself, and isn't going to make you feel like, again, you're without power, you're without control, you're without love, you're without support, your voice isn't important, your thoughts aren't important, your feelings aren't important. Like that's the sort of energy coming up here in how this person is trying to make you feel about yourself, and you are over here trying to do all this work to bring in something that's not going to feel that way, that's going to really be able to elevate your emotions. Let's get into the future energy here and look at the Lovers, Muse of Voices, Two of Voices, and the Six of Inspiration. So maybe this is a choice. Maybe this isn't necessarily to do with the relationship, though I think this person, whoever their energy is, like, is obviously heavily tied to you if this is for you. with this control factor. But I think, yeah, we're coming up on you making a decision here to speak your truth and really find a way to be empowered in saying what you need to say to this person. I assume either to try and kickstart the relationship into something different or to walk away from it. The other side of this decision that you have to make, though, this choice you need to make, is the Six of Wands energy, though, which is inherently successful. So getting to the point of having the conversation, of saying what you need to say, of expressing yourself in a way that is authentic to you, the other side of that is going to feel liberating for you, just for having said it. So all of the lead up, all of the stress, all the anxiety you're dealing with in trying to like get your words out, once they're out, it's going to feel so much better, no matter what the outcome after that, just knowing that you've said your piece and it's been heard. I do want to clarify this King of Wands as well, since I didn't do the Emperor. Yeah, the Hermit, the Two of Emotions, and the Eight of Emotions. I think that either, Pisces, you're going to get really brave and walk away here, or in speaking your truth to this person and showing them that like they don't necessarily hold as much power over you as they would like or as they need, that they are going to choose to walk away from you. Hermit and Eight of Emotions here on either side of this Two of Emotions is two people in separation, as I read it. We will take one last message from universe for you here, Pisces. I'm sorry this was a bit of a heavy one today. Justice, Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Well, I do like when something can end well, if nothing else. Fair outcome coming for you here, Pisces, and your happiness is going to be on the other side of having this conversation that you don't want to have, and really just like biting the bullet and saying what you think you need to say. So, you know, all of this work that you've been doing to try and change your circumstances, the next phase of that is actually taking some action on them. Don't allow this person to continue to distract you or make you feel like your thoughts, feelings, emotions, whatever, are invalid. They are not. Speak your truth, and on the other side of that is going to be a much happier outcome for you, even though this is obviously a bit of a trying time. I hope this is helpful to you, Pisces. If it was, do hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next week.